The NBA season wrapped up last weekend, and it was a surprise to, I think, everybody. Now, we could take a look at the ratings of the NBA Finals, and, well, it is two smaller market, or was two smaller market teams in the Indiana Pacers, and then also, the eventual champions, the Oklahoma City Thunder. I just about forgot for a second, mostly because I don't think anybody watched, okay? And the NBA ratings have been tanking quite precipitously. It's not so much that people don't like basketball. Like, it's a fine sport. It's a very fun and entertaining sport in and of itself, and during different points in time, like, the league was setting the world on fire, okay? But for various reasons, political and player-wise, and because there is no real star that's out there really carrying the league, like early LeBron prior to him taking his talents down to South Beach, or just a bridge star and Kobe and Shaq, and, definitely during the time of MJ, like there's nothing really to get terribly excited about the NBA over. But don't worry, okay? Even if you're a hoop fan, if you're a traditionalist and all that type of stuff, if you need to scratch that itch, don't worry. The WNBA is going on for the next 4 months, right? That'll be exciting for like 6 people, I guess. But the most exciting thing, once again, for a second consecutive season, is Caitlin Clark and the Indiana Fever. What is going on over there in Indiana with you guys, trying to just single-handedly revive the NBA and just basketball at a professional level? I wish you the best of luck, mostly because people want to see Indiana treated like residents of Gary. Because Caitlin Clark, once again, there were a couple of really bad fouls that she took in her rookie campaign. In her sophomore season, well, it hasn't really got off to a easier note, okay? The rest of the league hasn't, taken into account the only reason that anybody is literally paying attention to them, the only reason that they could get out of the boys' high schools gymnasiums is that, yeah, people like the ability, they like the talent and the charisma of Caitlin Clark. If they could just simply, I don't know, do something a little bit more energetic than miss 7 out of 10 layups. If they could stop, and I wish I had the clip, I couldn't find it, but I remember seeing this, late last week or something like that, but still, I remember the quote on the tweet, but I couldn't find the tweet, but it was, the WNBA girls aren't really liking the NBA treatment because, there were a couple of fans waiting outside of the arena, for the girls to show up for practice or whatever, just wanting to get some merch signed. It's like, wow, they went to the extent to find a distributor of people actually selling WNBA merch, but then also waiting out there just trying to get it autographed. Now, I can understand having a particular level of detestation for scalpers or something like that, but it seemed like people genuinely excited to see the stars of the WNBA, but then these pro athletes look at it, it's like, oh, aren't you weird for being out here? It's like, you have this one opportunity to raise the profile of your league, but you're just simply doubling down on the fact that, oh yeah, nobody hates women more than other women. So you're going to continue to succeed in spite of your own egos by trying to cripple Caitlin Clark. But because one of her teammates finally realized that, oh yeah, shit, this bitch is kind of our meal ticket, so I need to go ahead and be the Dave Semenko to her Wayne Gretzky and stand up for this bitch because the refs sure as fuck aren't, okay? So just simply playing this clip. Don't need any sound or anything like that, mostly because I don't need to hear a half-empty arena and a bunch of, just sneakers and, obviously it's just a hard foul. And then, just knocking her to the ground. Like, what the fuck is going on here? But yeah, as you can see a little bit closer, okay, yeah, then you get Caitlin Cunningham. Caitlin Cunningham? Yeah, Sophie Cunningham. It's Caitlin Clark, right? See, I'm even trying to highlight this chick. Doing the right thing, standing up for her teammate, just dragging a bitch to the ground with a front headlock, which is just really beautiful stuff, okay? Or better treatment than, getting shoved to the ground. But as you can see, once again, going in for an easy layup. And she just decides, hey, you know what? Our girl over here just needs a hug. She just needs a hug and looks a little tired and needs to sit down for a second. And, well, a brawl ensues. And this happened a little while back. And, well, okay, as it's being reported, the WNBA has decided to fine Sophie Cunningham for standing up for Caitlin Clark, who was thrown to the ground and had her eye poked out. Well, it wasn't poked out or anything like that. This wasn't oh God, who had their eye poked out? Was that an NFL thing? I remember my guy, Ronnie Lott. Well, I actually wasn't alive for the point in time where he had his finger amputated and he had it put on ice. And instead of going to the hospital, the fucking mad lad himself went back out onto the field. It's just another reason why Ronnie Lott is absolutely amazing. and those Niner teams of the 80s, and then also the Raiders and the Steelers of the 70s. So it's like, that's peak NFL, and to see just the bitch fit that it's become in today's day and age makes me sad beyond all measure. But to see the toughest shit happening in professional basketball right now coming out of the WNBA, and Sophie Cunningham finally standing up for her teammate because she knows an opportunity when she sees one, because without Caitlin Clark, nobody would even know that A, Indiana has a professional women's basketball team, or B, that she's quite a marketable star herself, because here's Sophie during the time of her 15 minutes of fame making the most out of it, because I don't know her stat line, but I know her name. That's more than I can say about the rest of the entire league. So yes, good on her. And this is also another situation not too terribly unlike, what's her face there? Oh, Big Tits McGillicuddy. Oh God, I legitimately forgot her name. Sydney Sweeney. There we go. Okay. Spinning the whole Madam Web debacle, which Madam Web is the WNBA in this situation. But just simply, making the best of a bad situation, raising her own profile, and going about it the right way. So Sophie Cunningham, it's wonderful that she's easy on the eyes, but it's even better that she has a good moral compass, okay? Shout out to Colin Rugg once again for, tweeting out this clip of her interaction with a reporter, just seeking clarification for her actions after Caitlin Clark is being used as the league's punching bag.
You've gained, I think, 500,000 followers and such, and your jersey selling out. How cool is that for your...
Yeah, it's cool. It's funny what kind of people are attracted.
All right, stop chewing your cud like a cow there, bitch. Anyways, Fever player Sophie Cunningham says that she, has to act as Caitlin Clark's bodyguard because of the WNBA refusing to protect her. She'll eventually get to that, but also talking about the social media reaction to her, and now, her jersey is sold out, and it's probably going to go down in history outside of Caitlin Clark's as the best-selling jersey in WNBA history, and her online social media presence, like after her, just simply doing the right thing for her teammate, being a good teammate. Social media footprint ended up multiplying by like 14-fold. She went from having something, I think on Instagram, it was something like 5,000 followers, and then ends up having like 500,000. She might even be over 1 million at this point in time. So good for her. She is definitely taking advantage of this. It's just, I really wish that somebody would get in her ear, and it's like when you're taking questions from the media, something that, prior to this, it wouldn't really happen for anybody in the WNBA, but just, have proper training and stop chewing your fucking gum. Anyways.
Too, I'm just trying to keep the main thing. The main thing is that's basketball, trying to win games, sticking up for my teammates. And that's all part of it. I think all that stuff it's fun and whatnot, but at the end of the day, we need to win some basketball games.
Fair enough.
You played in front of your packed house a few nights back. The other night, the energy in San Francisco. Tomorrow, you're on the Las Vegas Strip. What can the Las Vegas expect from Sophie?
Oh, you know what? I'm just going to be me. I don't go in there trying to predetermine anything. I'm dialed in. I need to focus on hitting my shots, making sure I'm executing the schemes right. I'm not focused on the extracurricular activities. And you know what? During that, it was just part of the game. I think the refs had a lot to do with that. It was a build-up for a couple of years now of them just not protecting, the star player of the WNBA. And so at the end of the day, I'm going to protect my teammates. That's what I do. And I'm a team player, so it's all good.
Good for her, man. Like that is the right tactic, and that is something, on the male side of this equation, like you hear this time and time again, okay? Just protecting the guys. And especially back when the NBA was watchable, you would see that time and time again. While her acts aren't revolutionary by any means, they are definitely laudable, and good for her on that, and it has resulted in, exactly the type of measured reaction you would expect from your regular WNBA fans, as Sophie Cunningham faces a petition to be banned from the WNBA. Yeah, okay, man. A WNBA fan has started a petition to get Indiana Fever guard Sophie Cunningham banned from the league after she helped spark a brawl during much past Tuesday's 88-71 victory for the Connecticut Sun. Okay, when you put a score like that up there, and I understand that sometimes you put circus numbers up in the NBA, but you get a winning score with 88. Bruh, what are we doing? Are we actually playing 4 quarters? Cunningham committed a hard foul on Connecticut's J.C. Sheldon, with seconds remaining in the contest, leading to a large scrum involving Fever and Sun players. The incident came after the WNBA Rookie of the Year, Caitlin Clark, was targeted earlier in the game, and even shoved to the ground by Connecticut guard Mariana Marbury. Sure, man, I'll take your word for it. Fever fans have since responded to Cunningham's willingness to defend Clark, with her jersey now completely sold out following the incident. However, a few WNBA fans want Cunningham thrown out of the league. Very measured response. A petition was started on change.org to remove Cunningham from the WNBA based on her misconduct. And I've got that petition pulled up right here. And well, ladies and gentlemen, it's off to a start. Okay, not exactly the most. Oh, see, it's even gone up now that I refreshed it. But 388 people, bro. That is just, hey, you better update this, Mirror USA. Okay, you better update this. It's 388. Just about, probably by the time that you guys see this, it's probably cracked 400 names on the petition. Oh my God, you better take action, WNBA. The people are watching. Okay, the people have spoken, and that's probably the season ticket holder base for about 3 or 4 of your teams. Anyways, Cunningham has been involved in numerous incidents that have not only compromised the safety of other players, but also tarnished the reputation of the WNBA as a league that prides itself on integrity and fair play. I mean, like, there are compilations that are far more popular than like highlight reels for prior WNBA players, but of just Caitlin Clark taking hard fouls in the first season. But yeah, if you want to play that game, you go for it, and you're obviously getting the response that you want. But yeah, they want her gone. Meanwhile, she is, outside of Caitlin Clark, right now the most marketable star in your entire league. So good on that. And what is the WNBA doing? Okay, now that you actually have a spotlight on you, okay, because the MLB is very much trudging along. I think they're doing good. I think I don't know, man. Like, I used to be a big I was never a big WNBA guy, but I used to be a big MLB guy, but I haven't watched a game, and oh Christ Almighty, I can't even remember. Okay, I remember when Vladdy got signed, okay, back as a 16-year-old international prospect by Alex Anthopoulos, but I don't think I've even watched an inning of the guy play, and for the Jays themselves. But yeah, other than that, there is no consistent competition. So yeah, this could be the opportunity, because you still have Caitlin Clark. Now you have Sophie Cunningham as just coming up as one of the bigger names in the league. And how do you follow that up? Well, by just being cringe as fuck, right? Like, you got the petition, and then you also got a WNBA broadcaster apologizing after saying that what makes America great. Oh my Christ, man.
So they disagree with you. They do, and I disagree with them, and that's fine. That's what makes America great, right, Pant Ward?
And then pause. Probably getting a scolding. And yeah,
I should
great.
rephrase that. Yes.
Oh Jesus.
But yeah, I did think
opinion are perfectly
yes,
fine.
that's a better way to say it. Sorry about that.
This is a perfectly easy way to say that. And this is a setup for that game that Sophie was talking about earlier, which, yeah, as you can see, was just a raucous affair. The WNBA deserved the failing that it's perpetually stuck in. And if you want to drum out the star players in your league, I suppose that is totally within your own purview. Feel free to further tank your league, but can you really go any further than basement level? I guess we'll find out. So with all that said, thank you all very much for the gift of your time. I've been Don Coswell, and want you to follow your gut and get after it. Take care, everyone.